Hello and welcome to Pirate News. I'm Ryan Henry.
And I'm Sabrina Silva. Today we'll give you the latest from across campus, tri-state area, and the globe.
We'll also have your 5-day weather forecast for the South Orange area. Seton Hall Esports is in partnership with Seton Hall Athletics and the U.S. Army to invite you to participate in the inaugural Rocket League Showdown. Entry is free for Seton Hall students who think they've got what it takes to be the best Rocket League players in the Pirates Nation. The winning player will take home a variety of great prizes, including a gaming headset, Seton Hall Athletics gear, and tickets in the first row of the student section to the Seton Hall vs. Iowa men's basketball game on November 16th. Registration opens through October 21st, with the tournament taking place on October 22nd. The semifinals and finals will be streamed and hosted live in the Seton Hall Gaming Lab.
On Monday, October 10th, Seton Hall professor Dr. Brian Pillington presented research on healthcare ethics education at the University of Oxford at the Oxford Global Health and Bioethics International Conference. This conference brought scholars from around the globe to discuss issues in bioethics and global health, organized by the Global Infectious Disease Ethics Collaborative. Pillington's paper, Reimagining Global Health Ethics Through New Education, Rethinking the Dominance of the Case-Based Approaches in Health Training, was presented, providing arguments for new approaches to healthcare ethics education. His research focuses on questions of bioethics, also creating and moderating the COVID ethics series, and authorizes more than 25 peer-reviewed publications on ethics, bioethics, and philosophy. This is what Dr. Pillington had to say. It was an honor to present at the University of Oxford and to have the opportunity to learn from so many excellent scholars.
Now we'll send it over to Jorge Rivera for your 5-day weather forecast for the South Orange area. Jorge?
Thanks, Ryan. I'm Jorge Rivera with a look into the forecast for the next 5 days in the South Orange area. Starting today, Friday, we'll be seeing clear skies while temperatures peak at a high of 65 and dip to a low of 44. On Saturday, expect a minimal cloud cover with the high hovering at around 65 and the low dropping to a cool 51. These temperatures carry into the remainder of the weekend, leaving Sunday with a high of 68 and a low of 51. Starting off our week, on Monday, expect rain showers that carry into Tuesday with a high of 61 and a low of 47 on Monday, a high of 54 and a low of 34 on Tuesday. It's October, folks, so if you haven't already, it's time to unpack those coats as we see more temperatures drop into the 30s in the coming weeks. That'll just about do it for the 5-day weather forecast in the South Orange area. My name is Jorge Rivera, and I'll turn it back to Ryan and Sabrina at the desk.
Thank you, Jorge. The Rutgers Cancer Institute researchers tap university microbiome expert to study microbes. Investigators from the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, together with RJW Barnabas Health, examined the microbiome of pancreatic tumors and identified particular microorganisms that are associated with inflammation and poor survival. According to researchers, these microorganisms may be the new target for earlier diagnosis or treatment for pancreatic cancer, which is the 4th leading cause of cancer death in the United States. Principal investigator at Rutgers Cancer Institute, Subpoena D, and graduate student Basel Gadar began exploring these microbes in the pancreatic tumors and teamed with Martin Blazer, the Rutgers Chair of Human Microbiome at Rutgers, to develop a genomic approach called single-cell analysis of host microbiome to identify the microorganism. With stunning results, it provided a new view about why pancreatic cancers are so difficult to treat and will allow a better understanding to identify new approaches for therapies.
An NJIT alum, Denise Richards, joins the first Peace Corps volunteers overseas since COVID. She will be nearly 7,000 miles away from home participating in humanitarian efforts in Africa. The New Hampshire native will be joining the very first wave of Peace Corps volunteers since the global pandemic. Richards said, quote, her reaction when she got the call was just, finally, I've waited a long time for this. She joins a tradition of over 50 NJIT students who aided in volunteer efforts since the Peace Corps agency was founded in 1961.
E-bikes are on the rise as Vamouf, a Dutch e-bike company, is quickly becoming one of the world's hottest brands in the bike market, remade by the pandemic. Since the pandemic, urban transportation has changed around the globe, with commuters abandoning public transportation due to COVID fears. Paris roads are now crowded with cyclists, and New York has become the home to the largest urban mile network in the nation. The company drew inspiration from Tesla and Apple, then began making these battery-powered bikes in 2009, but had a breakthrough in creating a design to protect the battery by putting it inside the bike in 2014. These bikes can give riders an acceleration push up to 20 miles per hour to go uphill at the push of a button and do about 80% of the work for the cyclist, also coming with a GPS tracker and a warranty. We wanted to change the bike in the way it functions, but also from a technology perspective. Tyz Carlier, one of the founders, said, these bikes can truly reshape urban transportation.
The committee investigating last year's attack on the Capitol is voting to issue a subpoena on former President Donald Trump during the hearing. The Democratic-controlled panel concluded Trump was the driving force behind the Capitol riot. Trump can refuse to comply with the subpoena or invoke his Fifth Amendment right to refuse to answer questions by the committee members if he chooses. Congress can hold Trump in contempt if he refuses to comply.
That's going to wrap up today's episode of Pirate News. I'm Sabrina Silva.
And I'm Ryan Henry. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.